Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the Lego Ninjago Vermillion Invader. This is set number 70624, and this is from 2017. It's one of the first of the 2017 sets. Let's see, it should have a date. Yeah, 2017. This is the first one that I'm building. I'm going to build all of them. I have them all. Well, this is the first wave of 2017, so I have all of them. I'm going to build them all. You're going to see them all here. So let's go ahead and open this one up. This is from the Hands of Time season, which I don't even know if as of recording this, I don't know if the cartoon series is even out yet. I know they usually release the sets before the cartoon series is aired on the television, so either way, it doesn't matter. We're still going to build this thing. So we have 2 instruction books. Just been kind of folded in half. The paper kind of feels a little thinner than normal instructions, but that's fine. We have a small sticker sheet with, looks like about 10 stickers on there. We have this rubber tank tread piece. Just came loose in the box. And we have a bag 1 and a bag 2. We'll move the bag 2 to the side. We'll work on bag 1. A couple small bags in the big bag. This bag has a lot of Technic pieces in it. So the Ninjago theme does use a lot of Technic parts in their builds, so it's pretty common to see all of that Technic stuff. Okay, there's one minifigure in this bag. It is Zane. So let's check out the new printing on the torso and the legs. Nice detail printed on the front and back. Let's see, he does have a piece of gear that goes over his shoulders. Here's his head. Alright, so here's the shoulder gear. It basically just looks like some armor. There's its head. It's really a single printed face. If you turn it around, it's got this, looks like an eye or some sort of tracking device. Have his ninja mask, and then this is one of the Hands of Time pieces. So you can see it's basically looks like a fist with some sort of blades on it. These happen to be kind of a greenish color, semi-translucent, but for the most part it's solid color green. And you can kind of make out the shape of a fist. It's pretty cool looking. And we're going to slide a silver sword in his little backpack piece. Okay, that is Zane. Move him to the side. Got pieces falling on the ground. Alright, so we're going to begin with a small little accessory piece. It's on this lime green plate. Starting to use some of the Technic pieces already. Go ahead and put this on the table. It's going to help it to build easier. Have a green leaf piece. Brown piece will hold the leaf on. Clip and a olive green cheese slope. Okay, this looks like some sort of slapped together wood scrap piece, which will go right here. We'll fold it up. So it kind of looks like a little barricade type thing. We have this dark green hanging vine, and then we have 3 of these snakes. So this Hands of Time theme of Ninjago, the villains are all kind of these snake mob. They have all these snakes and snaked themed vehicles and accessories. So that's a little thing of snakes there, for lack of a better word. Not sure what to call it. Okay, let's move those wheels to the side. So we're going to begin the Vermillion Invader, the main villain's vehicle that you see on the front of the box art. So we're putting all of these pieces on top of a Technic brick. It has all the Technic pinholes on the side. Bracket. Have a wedge plate that will go there. A regular plate here. Accidentally skipped a step. Part goes there. Alright, so these slopes are kind of creating this smooth shape going up. So we're going to use our first stickers. We have sticker number 8. Stickers are pretty cool. I don't know if you can really tell, but the red part of that sticker is the print of snakes, and then you've got some armor kind of underneath each one of those snake heads. So there's 3 snake heads there. Sticker number 9 is basically the same thing. It's a decoration of armor with snakes kind of going through it. Okay, put that off to the side. We have another little assembly to build, consisting of some more Technic pieces. So if you're not versed in your Technic experience, building a Ninjago set would introduce you to a lot of Technic pretty quickly. Like I said earlier, they do use a lot of Technic pieces. That goes there. And we'll connect it all right there. So this kind of moves, but I don't know if it's really supposed to. We'll have to wait and build the rest of it. Okay, so right here we're going to put in a axle with a stop, and then a thin bushing in there. Do the same thing right here, the axle, the bushing. The bushing basically holds the axle on. And you want to make sure not to push that bushing all the way on. You want a little bit of play in there to where that axle still turns. Okay, this one goes right here. So we had 3 total. So they all go like that. Now we have this 5 long Technic lift arm with a non-friction pin right there. Turn this around and we're going to put one of these wheels on each one of these axles. Try not to squeeze that bushing too tight or else it won't spin them very well. Okay, looks good. And we have 3 more of the half bushings. Let's go all the way in there, like that. That'll help hold the wheel on. Now we have 3 regular bushings that are red. All of these parts are real common parts in Technic builds. Piece slides there. Next we have this axle connector. Put a red axle on one side and then a combination blue axle with a friction pin on the end. And this one will slide all the way in here. Alright, take our big rubber tank tread. Put that on there. This is wanting to fall apart, but I got it on. Alright. So there's our tread. See how it attaches to 3 of those wheels. And then those wheels are able to turn. So always make sure that it still can turn whenever you're building a Technic assembly, because if you put something on wrong, sometimes it'll stop things from turning the way they should. So this is almost just like the other side that we just built. Once again, the armor with snakes going through it. Have that sticker there and here. Once again, we're doing all of the Technic pieces. One more friction pin here. All right. Okay. So this should all line up. Everything should snap together. So long as I did it right. It's kind of a moment of truth type thing. There's a couple clip pieces in here that should clip together. So long as I did it right, and there we go. Got that clipped in. So I missed a pin here. There we go. It's actually kind of tricky the way they have that sandwiched in there, but it looks like I got it. So once it's in there, you can kind of take both sides and kind of squeeze it together, and it should all be held on there just fine. Alright, so let's move on to the, I guess you could check to make sure it still rolls. Looks like it is. On to our next little piece. We have one of these Technic elements with a little toe ball piece on there. It'll go there. So you can see it kind of moves. Or not kind of, it does move. And then this box that has a couple rubber bands in it. 2 rubber bands in here. Don't forget to take them both out, so we are going to need them both. And these will be strung between those 2 toe ball pieces. So you see it, when you push this down, the rubber band pulls it back to where it was. Alright, next. Okay, so this one gets stickers. The one we just did a minute ago does not. These are weirdly shaped stickers because they fit in between all these little ribs and ridges on this little decorative panel. So that's what it looks like stickered up. We'll push this down and this slides in right there. It's basically creating kind of like scales, snake looking pieces. Slipping out of my hand. Alright, so this is for the other side. Goes there. Go ahead and put our rubber band on. Piece goes there. Something about these that are not staying in very well. Alright, so that one goes there. That's the undecorated one. this will be the one with stickers. Stickers are so small and weirdly shaped. I'm not doing the best job of putting these particular stickers on, but it's gonna have to do. Actually, that one is not gonna do. I'm actually gonna peel that one off and reapply it. Alright, it's a lot better. It's minimal, but it's one of those things where my OCD would know that it's wrong and I would probably not be okay with it. Alright, so one more little step here. So on the back of this, we're going to slide this axle not all the way through yet. We have a little pulley wheel to put in between right there. We'll attach another bushing there. So this will give it a little wheel on the back so it doesn't drag the back end. So you can see that's basically builds the body of the Vermillion Invader. So we are now moving on to instruction book number 2 and bag number 2. Okay, we have all of our parts dumped out for bag 2. We have our next minifigures. They're actually going to be the 2 villains. So the first one is going to be Slackjaw. So if you look at the printing of the torso, you see all of the snake body going through the chest. You got a lot of metal armor, and on the back you can see the snake head coming out the back, but it's all going through the body. It's pretty gross if you think about it. And then double printed face. This print has the tooth coming from the bottom of the mouth, poking his own eye out. I don't know how well you can see that, but the evilness of the... He's like, I'm so evil, directly into the helmet part. So it looks like an all-new helmet piece. So that's cool. And then we have a blade of some sort. Once again, it's like a dual mold. You have this dark red. It's not translucent. It's kind of rubbery. Well, yeah, it's really not translucent. But we're going to attach it to a little lightsaber style handle. So that is Slackjaw. The all new blade, all new helmet. Obviously the torso printing, really, really cool. So the villains in this Hands of Time wave is going to be really cool. And so this is Commander Ragmonk. So you can see he's got kind of the same, but this is the kind of this orangish color, kind of a earth tone orange. But you've got the dual snakes going through the body. And then out the back too. It's a lot more snakes. A lot of armor printed on the torso and the legs. Now he's got this big armor piece that covers up pretty much all of that printing, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's actually a cool armor piece. Kind of looks like a lot of steel. And he has a double printed face as well. We got the double fang print and then have an evil face with the double fang print. Here's his helmet. It's just single molded color, so you don't have the red snakes, but it is the snakes, kind of with the long tongue sticking out and blending in with the rest of the helmet. So once again, a really cool minifigure. Now he has a blade that we're going to build. We're going to start with this bar, put a lightsaber handle type piece on there. We have a red claw, and then here's his blade piece, and you can see it's the double mold, the trans red color, and it's a trans red blade, but then it has like that metallic snake holder piece. So that one bar end connects to the lightsaber handle like that. So it creates this cool looking snake blade. There he is. Really, really cool. Alright. So, now that we're done with the minifigures, let's move on to the rest of the build. So we have a Technic brick, put some trans red studs on the underside, wedge plate, 2x2 brick. Have these hinged bricks. Plate on the underside. That's the wrong wedge plate. It's this wedge plate, and then we're going to attach a regular plate. Alright. So those hinge bricks and hinge plates really don't do anything other than hold this kind of wedge shape together. Got some brackets on the sides. Now we'll go ahead and put some plates on there. Good assortment of random plates and slopes and all other types of brackets and such. Okay, we have a newish snake piece. Basically a snake with a bar on the end. That will go there. Looking for a rocker brick. Here's the rocker brick. A lot of small parts that were in a bag inside of bag number 2. So we're slowly going through all of these small bits. You can kind of see that as I'm putting them on, it's just small part after small part. One of these red horns, and then another one of the snake pieces. When inserted like that, it looks like the snake is going all the way through, even though this is a different part than that. So turn this around, pop it on there. Rotate it this way. looks like these 3 Technic pieces that are sticking out here is going to line up and pop on just like that. Move that to the side as we build the next little assembly for it. A bracket and a plate. A single cheese slope right back here. Of course, I'm going to drop the whole thing. I'm actually going to remove this. It's easier to put it on before. Don't know why they're trying to have us put it on after we put this on, but see how much easier it went on if I put it on beforehand. Okay. Another bracket here, 1 by 1 tile with a clip on it. And we have these kind of orangish brown, maybe what you would call a bronze color, little blade pieces. And this one goes here. It's not so little, it's actually pretty big. The bronze colored blade. Okay, 2 wedge bricks there. Plate, which will help hold them on. So turn this like that. And this attaches to the brackets that are on the side. So that more or less completes the left side of the vehicle. Let's move on to the other side. This is going to be probably repeating a lot of stuff we just did, just on the opposite side. Okay, looks good. This here. Have a stud there. Plate. And a hinged plate. With our brackets there and there. Just making sure everything matches the picture. So far, so good. Now these plates will hold the brackets in place. So long as I can get them on right. Snake piece there. Alright, now we have the other snake decorated piece. 1 by 3. These little horns are tricky to put in. They taper down to a little point and they slip out of your hand pretty easily. The snake piece not so hard because there's actually something to grip onto. The horn piece is a little more tricky. Okay. Looks like we're good there. So just like the other side, we have these Technic parts that are exposed, and these should all line up with that Technic brick and go on pretty easily. There. Once again, I'm going to put the cheese slope on first. And this piece slides in here a lot easier with that slope on there already. Bracket, have the clip. Cheese slope here. And then our bronze blades. This blade is actually from the Lord of the Rings sets. Molded in a new color now. We have these wedge bricks and the 1x2 plate to hold everything together. Bring this over, line it up, attach it to those brackets. Good there. So now we have our little catapult piece to build. Put some of these little bushing pieces on there. Okay, so we have two launcher pieces, which are basically going to consist of these kind of a tri-star Technic axle pieces. Each one of these is going to get a Technic pin with a stud, and they're going to hold these little arrow type points with one of these axles. And the axle has a stud on the end, so it kind of stops when it goes all the way in there once it hits that little stud piece. Repeat that for this one. So there's our two claw pieces, and these will attach to these red parts up there. And that creates your little catapult launcher. Don't shoot your eye out. Okay. Next we have this flag piece. This is going to get sticker number 6. This will slide in this axle that's exposed back here. So it has that little flag dangling down. We'll repeat that for the other side. This will get flat, or last sticker, sticker number 10. Basically another flag though. And if I can actually hold on to this, we can get the sticker on. There we go. So these little rock pieces, we're going to put 3 trans red studs in there. And then that piece goes on there. And this will go top. Repeat that. 1, 2, 3. Sandwich those together. One of those pieces on there. And this basically both goes there. So what that does is it creates a weapon that you can pull back and catapult it. I was able to catch it actually. And what they show in the instructions is shooting at this piece over here where Zane is kind of hiding behind. So there you go. That completes the build of the LEGO Ninjago Vermillion Invader. Like I said earlier, it's the first one of the 2017 wave that I'm building. I'm building them all. So if you like these type of build videos, make sure to subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'll put a link down below to all of the other Ninjago videos, but you'll see them all here. And by them all, I mean all of the new 2017 Ninjago sets. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next one.